It's only mid-June, but this is a perfect time to set up our summer inventory cameras. And we're not doing it in places you might think. You know, traditionally you're sticking them out on a mineral block, something out in a summer food source. But I really like those areas that are in between, kind of a combination. We have a nice little clover plot right here. It's a point. There's ag fields in the distance. So we have a lot of bucks, a lot of does and fawns transitioning through this area, even during summertime. However, this is a great fall hangout. Ocho, a buck that my wife Jen shot last year, was coming into this location. And so we have a mock scrape, and this is a great spot for a camera. Great spot that'll give us intel during the summer, but then also pass off as a great spot during the fall. Now, there's a few reasons why we like to put a camera on a mock scrape right here like this. This mock scrape attracts more bucks than does. However, we get does, bucks, fawns hitting this, so the whole combination. What I like about the mock scrape is that it's away from that high attraction food source over there, off to the side, get a higher percentage of bucks, and therefore a lot fewer pictures. Imagine a bait pile, that's the opposite. You just keep getting photos over and over again. So then we can afford to put this on hybrid mode, which allows us, we set it on a 10-second video, and then one picture. So we get a picture, 10-second video, we can request full HD on that. And that maintains our battery life for a long time. We get months out of that battery setup because we're not taking too many pictures. This gives a great focal point. So if you have a stand location around here, the deer are focusing on this, not the camera, not you in the stand. When we place this camera, I'll set this camera at a level that's right about my head level or a little above. So 6 feet or higher. The deer have no clue it's here. We're facing this north, so we don't get sunlight coming into the frame and setting off the picture. And it ends up being a great setup, not just for summer into fall, but also to specifically target mature bucks that'll come into this scrape right here. We use those camera settings so we know that we can set this up, allow it to run for months, several months or longer. And then one thing with setting these cameras a little bit higher, we use this bracket from Reveal a lot because you can go left to right, back and forth, instead of having to shim it up with sticks like we did back in the day. It's a lot easier to point at exactly the angle we want, which is typically, we set the middle of the frame right here, right at our waist level, and that is perfect. So summertime setup, a little bit of scouting, but it has some great fall carryover too, and we maximize the battery life.